Hello and welcome to Treewalker Talks, episode 79. It has begun. Alright, we'll start it off just like we always do with the homestead update. It was a warm one out there today. And this is Sunday. Right now, we're doing this a little bit earlier. We got one person else home, but they're back studying math. So, this is Sunday, April 28th, 2024, and the time is 3:46 p.m. I know, what are you doing inside? There's still all sorts of time. Well, I went out and I mowed, and it's, I don't know, I would say unseasonably warm. It's like 80 degrees out, 81, I think. The high today was 82. And when you're not used to this, when it was just like 50s and 40s, and we just had a freeze warning 2 days ago, and 2 days before that, and a frost warning last night, you know, you're just not used to this. So, it takes it out of you a little bit. And I still haven't been up to 100% par either. And also I have all three dogs out here, so they may bark, or I may have to pause and yell at one. Okay, well, so outside we mowed. The yard looks gorgeous. It's actually starting to mow up to where you don't have big clumps in it because, you know, starting the new year. Planned on moving the rabbits here before too long, but with the trip coming up, I just gave up on that for now and haven't moved stuff out into the area where they're going to go. I'm also redesigning that different way. I like to give them so they can get outside in the breeze and that. So we're going to redo that a little bit, cut some holes, that sort of stuff. But so we raised the water because I have a 55-gallon drum for water for them. But where it was at, it was barely working. It'll get like halfway empty and it wouldn't work anymore. So that's not worth, that's not good. So I raised it about another, I don't know, foot and a half, maybe 2 foot. I think just a foot and a half. I'm not going to measure it. But I barely got any in just above where the fill line was, and it was already giving them water. So that's a good solution, especially with my trip coming up. Now they're going to have 55 gallons of water, and I do have it covered so that they don't get algae in there. But this is temporary till I get to move to the new location. Out there, I'm not sure if I'm going to use this or if I'm going to use a bucket system, just because, I don't know. We'll see when we get out there, because I don't know where I want to put the water. But we will have an automatic water system. We do that for all the animals. We still check on them, though. You always should, just to make sure that they're not running out, that sort. Okay, and while that was going on, because I had to let that drain, I went out and got a couple things started, and we'll talk about that in the next section. Checked on the seedlings. They all had water, and they're all old enough and big enough now to where I could transplant a lot of them, but truthfully, I'm not going to have time till I get back. And this way works too. I got some organic plant nutrient to choose for hydroponics, and I put that in the tray to water them, and so they get their nutrients. So it's almost like they're actually hydroponic, so with a little bit of dirt to hold it, the roots get a little bit long. But even the trees are doing great, and I don't think I'm going to get out there to get pictures. I meant to do that before I came in and showered and cleaned up, but that didn't happen, so we'll see. I'd like to get pictures of the garden and that, because the things that are growing great. It's weird, the kale plants, I didn't plant any new ones, and they came back up, but they're bolting already, and they are huge. And then I seeded some spinach in there that's kind of starting to go. I seeded that a while ago. What else went on out there? Well, we'll get into more of that, because that's part of what this is. But that's about it. Getting ready for my annual trip to go mushroom hunting. I will leave this Thursday, May 2nd, to head up. So wish me luck. It'll be some good family time. And I usually get a lot of video. I don't know if that's going to happen this year. We'll see. I'll try to get some. But I'd rather enjoy the time with family. You don't know how much longer you have that time. So, let's see. Anything else going on in the homestead? Someone's about to bark. Baby bunnies are all over the place. Old enough to be on their own, but we have to do something. They're still, all of them. So these must be some of the young ones that survived, are crawling up in the raised bed. The half totes and everything, and digging and having burrows in those. And I'm just like, there's only 2 spots that can come in. One's under a back fence area, which I kind of left there, and I put a trap there for a while and caught a lot of things. so that they don't dig out anywhere else. And the other one is the front gate. You know, you really can't cinch that up too much, but we'll try. Oh, the dogs are playing. Because I want to get it to a point, I'm going to put some different fencing back there so that the dogs can go out without being tethered and just play. Now they're biting each other's faces. But it's okay. They enjoy it. All right, let's get to the main topic. It has begun. So with today and going out and getting the hog panel trellis beds set up, I wanted to get those middle ones out there. That didn't happen. You know, we're not going to dwell on that right now. We're just going to say what we did, not what we didn't do, right? So I redid those beds. They didn't do great last year because we put them in at the end of the year. Excuse me. But added more rabbit poop and added the shavings that we use in the inside rabbit cages in there because that kind of tends to help hold the moisture in. I put that on top. But got that ready, and I planted some sugar snap peas, which this season's weird. You know, I don't know. I should have probably already had them in. But usually we're still cool now, and they start coming out good. But I should have put them in probably. I mean, we could still have frost in that. They're frost tolerant, but I should have probably put them in a couple weeks ago. But I put those in on 2 of the beds, and the other 2 I put in cucumbers. And this should be getting pretty good for cucumbers. We'll give her a try. And if they don't do good, guess what? We're going to put... I'm really thinking about putting melons in there. But it has begun. I have started planting direct into the ground. Went out there and looked, and boy, the garlic is doing great. It's got a lot of burdock mixed in with it. The dog is going a little odd over there. Burdock, which is kind of a weed, but you can use it for some medicinal use. You can use the root. I kind of did a video on that. You use the root for coffee. So I'm kind of letting it go a little bit because once I dig the garlic up, I will dig those up with it and hopefully get some good roots. Other than that, like I said, the kale and the spinach are doing good. The spinach is just coming up. The deer ear or deer tongue lettuce that was left in the greenhouse, that's still going. Moved it outside because it's frost tolerant. It's getting a little warm in there, especially today. I think I left the door open, so I will have to go back out there. So let me tell you, I think I kind of said this maybe before last week. I don't remember. So I got a 20-foot chicken run. The dogs are playing 20-foot chicken run, but I think I might just revamp the chicken houses I have now and use that for a greenhouse. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so I think that's going to be a little bit shorter one this week. And remember, next week we may not have one unless I get a burr up my butt to do it. Because I will be up in Michigan for the whole time. I am leaving Thursday. I will be coming back on Wednesday. All right, thanks for joining me. Hope to see you on the next one. And remember, stay alive out there and keep on surviving.